that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Seriously, I have to look at that fucking ugly thing twice a day.
Oh, yes. This episode is brought to you by Backdoor Beaver, the real beaver, anal gland butter. You can't get enough, man. You just keep wanting to shoving it in your mouth.
Shut the fuck up, Gary.
It was so funny, I forgot to laugh.
Shut up, Shanatsky. What is it? I forgot the quote. You'll never make it. You'll never make it. We're all doomed. You were given by God a voice for being sardonic, and basically an absolute pessimist. You're given that perfect tone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Snort. I had it stuffed myself. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jen.
It's just funny because people either tell me I'm too negative or I'm too positive. There's never you're just right.
You're just right. You're just like porridge. Hi, Gambit. How you doing, buddy? Snorty's here too. Got to hang out with him.
Snorty.
Yeah. And prologue with Mary Shelley. The recap. Yep. I think it was a huge mistake to have not done the same thing with the first film. That way it felt more connected. So
what they should have done is go back to them sitting in the dining room at the end. It was weird to just end the movie and not going back to them being impressed how scary her story is or whatever. Something is missing. I got annoyed by that ending.
I just find it funny that the actress is like lead on the poster, and when you really look at the movie, she's not in it for very long.
He's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
On screen time.
She looks so good as the bride, though.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Lily?
As short as that performance is, she looks gorgeous. The white streak in her hair.
Slasher Fred is here. What's up, Slasher
Hi, Penny.
Fred? I'm going through them, getting to them eventually. There's Penny. Hi, Penny. So, yay. Oh my, the opening of the movie with the Shelley family almost feels like it is a parody of the original movie. Well, they write it off.
Byron is a parody. The way he rolls his fucking eyes. Oh my
God. Everything
We both got so annoyed with his overacting. Like, dude, you're not on stage. Turn it down a notch.
And he even is critical of that way of talking, rolling your R's. And he's doing it. And it's very fucking annoying. Overact much? I always felt like they did a special release of Frankenstein in 35. And they should have put it in there. The Mary Shelley part and done a little clip right at the beginning of her telling the story.
Maybe they just inadvertently were making this into a lead into Young Frankenstein. So like we just gotta get a little sillier, and then we can get totally silly for when Young Frankenstein gets done.
As you watch all the way up to the Ghost of Frankenstein, because it was Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, then came Son of Frankenstein, and then Ghost of Frankenstein. And Ghost was Boris's last go at the creature.
And then after that was all those versus films, right? Like Frankenstein versus the Wolfman.
Well, that one, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. It didn't get good again until Abbott and Costello, which was just a genius fucking idea to take two of the most popular comedic actors going and put them into a film where they're in peril. And that's one thing I loved about Costello is that, man, he really was in peril as a character in those films. and you kids would just fucking go, when something would happen. They'd reel back. Oh my God. And I sure did when I watched those movies. I loved it with that film. And they did another film with Boris Karloff called Abbott and Costello Meet the Killer. And man, it's a good movie. I mean, it's a real fucking movie. It's funny, but it's a real movie. There's menace in it. You really feel like at any moment they're gonna kill Lou Costello, even though he's the star of the film. You just feel like it because he's just so weak-minded and sweet, naive.
Yeah, well, it's kind of always been the problem is that Hollywood and the acting community has always looked down on comedy, which is hilarious given how looked down upon acting is as a profession historically.
No, you'll get no arguments from me on that. And now they've got another film coming out called The Bride that I saw the trailer for, and it's got Christian Bale in it, and I don't know who that is. I'll look it up real quick.
I just find it weird they're acting like, oh, we're doing it in the modern era. Aren't we so original? I'm like, do a Google search. You'll find, like, was it 2 or 3 other films that do that exact premise?
It's tired. And I got to tell you, I am no fan of Buckley. She was in one thing that I liked, and it was a season of Fargo, where she plays a psycho murderous nurse. And here she is as the bride. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with the ink smear on the face? What is this, the Joker? Oh, I'm just so fucking tired of this shit. And I saw the trailer for this, and it looks like absolute fucking garbage. Her with that fucking smear of ink on her face. And I don't think she's a very good actor. And Christian Bale is the creature. And I'm so turned. And Buck, I cannot stand, what's her name? Maggie Gyllenhaal. So it's got two fucking women in this thing I can't stand as actors. They're both fucking awful. So I'm like, this movie is going to absolutely flop. That's my personal prediction. It's got nothing likable about it.
Well, like, it's weird that there's so much Frankenstein stuff coming out again.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. I just...
Has anyone seen the Del Toro one yet? Or is it out yet?
No, and
I don't think that's out yet.
I think Paulie made an out of theater reaction. Maybe it was a pre-screen. But
Well, he gets invited to those things. Yeah, it might be that.
Yeah, because I'm a little worried because Del Toro loves his monsters almost a little too much. He almost forgets to make them monstrous lately.
Yeah. He again, don't get me wrong. I love his work. Visually, it's impressive.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt the film will look amazing.
Yeah, the problem with his horror is it is not scary. It's all too romanticized and beautiful. I mean, he masters the use of horror aesthetics, but his stories do not scare. You don't feel fear. So
no, they're great films, though. I mean, that's the thing. They're not scary at all. One of my favorite films he did with Boris Karloff again was The Old Dark House. I fucking love that movie. They did that back in 1932, and then he returned to direct The Invisible Man, which I thought was a really good film. And even despite the fact that he becomes clearly psychotic by the end of the film, not the director, the main character, I thought it was a really well directed film. I liked the movie. And then he did Bride, which I thought was the last great film he got to do. and
So-
he was done after that. I mean, he did
Del
other movies,
Toro's-
but I don't think anything meant.
Del Toro has been at a couple of film festivals since August, starting in Italy, and had a limited US release yesterday. So yeah, that was a
What did-
pre-screening that he went to.
Of what? I didn't catch it.
Benicio del
from Del
Toro's
Toro.
Frankenstein.
Guillermo, no Benicio.
Limited limited release yesterday in
Yeah,
US.
look, you got to know the difference. It's important. One is a complete fucking commie socialist, and the other one's a Hollywood liberal. There's
Oh,
a world
I
of
didn't know there were
difference.
two.
I don't know what it is, but there's apparently a difference. I'm a dick. I'm sorry.
Stop fucking with me.
Benicio del Toro's Frankenstein sounds like a movie I'd want to see.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
imagine that Guillermo del Toro has cast Benicio
yeah,
del Toro as
too.
Victor.
Okay, we need to
Especially,
do an AI.
I just
We need
put
to do
in
an
Del
AI
Toro,
movie,
so-
Martin. We need to do a fake AI movie with Benicio del Toro as the monster
Eh.
and director.
and he talks like he does in The Usual Suspects.
Yeah,
Frankenstein!
Wait, that was so fucking funny. And that scene where he's talking and you don't know what the fuck he's saying cracked me up so much. And then he started. It was he started the farting. He was the one that was farting during that scene where they're lined up in a lineup, and it makes everybody laugh, and it pissed the director off. He's like, "You ruined the shot." And then he went back and saw it, and he goes, "Oh my god, that's a perfect scene." And he kept it in the movie where they were fucking losing their shit because he kept farting.
It's even more tricky. You know, that entire lineup scene, they were told it was a rehearsal. So they weren't taking it seriously. And that's why all
That's
that shit happened.
Holy shit. 2 hours, 29 minutes. It better be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
I need
it.
to get an external catheter, so
Yeah, I heard it does multiple perspectives. So basically, you can do like Victor Frankenstein's, then like pause it,
wait,
and then
what?
it goes to the monster. Yeah, that's apparently was James Hancock did a review. He talks about that's the way the film's formatted. So it goes through the first half is Victor Frankenstein telling, and then the monster's telling it on the second half.
Oh, fuck me.
Yep.
So maybe that's why it's only
So
on
after he
Netflix.
learns to talk, no, I'm thinking about this because once he goes to the old man and that hut and listens to the family and learns to read, write, and speak, becoming the narrator makes sense.
No.
Oh.
It's flashbacks, and it goes to monsters. Basically, I think he's telling the captors like, I have to actually see it, but yeah, I know.
That's
It's an
not
odd
goofy as
formatting
fuck.
choice. Yep.
It's like if they did it as a straightforward story to where the first half of the story is from Frankenstein's perspective, that makes sense. Because what would the creature fucking know? And then you get the second half where he runs and hides and lives in that little hutch right next to their hut and, listens to them teaching a foreigner how to speak their language and how to read and write. And I'm like, that's just fucking good. That would be good storytelling to do it that way.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like switching narrators.
I don't mind it at all as long as it makes sense. Because what the fuck would Frankenstein know?
But it
of
doesn't make sense
his
because
leaving?
the whole story is narrated by Victor to the captain of the boat.
Which
It
makes
doesn't
no
make sense.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't make sense. How the fuck would he know anything that the creature went through? It's like you narrate the scenes that you're in and the other character narrates it. I like it when they do that, like on Magnum PI. And Anima and I watch the crap out of that, where Thomas is doing most of the narrating, and then it'll cut to another character narrating, like Higgins.
You know, with the film we're talking about, Bride of Frankenstein, get back on topic with it, and so we can start. It's kind of
How dare
interesting
you.
that this is technically.
That's it. I'm done with Shinatsky telling me what to do. No, get back in here.
No, it's really odd that technically this is a continuing adaptation of Frankenstein, but it's listed as a separate title because it's basically the point in the book where he goes, "Hey, build me a bride," and then
Yeah.
does so, And of course,
And
it
the whole
goes
story
slightly
with the
different.
blind man is in this one, not the other one.
Instead of the first one, exactly.
Yeah. And the girl in the water, and he getting shot. It's like, oh, we all this cool thing that we didn't put in the other.
We're
Let's
going to
do
put
a
in this
movie.
one.
No, let's do another movie so we can use them.
Yeah.
But they make two girls out of one. In
Yeah,
the book,
'cause
you have
in this-
one girl and he rescues her and gets shot. And in
we talked
these
about
movies,
this
you have
last
the one
night.
that drowns and the one that he saves. In the
This
second.
is the girl. She's a sheep herder, and little Bo Peep, and she falls into the water and can't swim, and he goes in after her. And
because
of
he
course,
has learned that that's not good. People in the water.
yeah, to help her.
They
I
die
can now
from it.
do something. Before he felt helpless because he didn't know what to do. He was like a child. What do I do? Help! The movie became such a classic that it has been featured in many movies, such as the 80s teen comedy Weird Science. Weird Science. I fucking love that song. I love Oingo Boingo. God damn it. And I agree with you. It's also important to point out that even in this movie, just like it is in the book, that's like one little bit of the story, just this little spot. And they end up doing it exactly the same way. I felt that they should have had somebody played by Elsa to become this character, not just Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley. They should have had her play another character. I think that would have been cool within the story that becomes the bride, like the maid, who in the book gets blamed for Frankenstein's younger brother.
That is not in these movies at all.
Well, he broke his neck. That was it. He choked him and broke his neck.
Yeah.
Yep. I still think, to me, the point where it really becomes comedy is actually at the very end. It's like, oh god, there's a lever that if we pull it will instantly destroy the building. Like, why would you build
Why
that?
would you make that?
Yeah, right?
Pull the lever, Krug! Wrong lever!
It's like, that's like one of those moments on a rocket ship. If you push that button, it'll undo time. And you I go, why would somebody put that on there? Why is that there? There's always some asshole in IT. That's why. In the movie, the scene where the monster sees his reflection in the lake is very much, many of us see ourselves. That's true, because it's very short, and if you're not paying attention, you might miss it. But by the way, you notice he couldn't bend down to the water. That's because of the rigidity of that suit he wore. I've talked about that because I showed that photo. Again, here, I'll do it again so you guys can see what I'm talking about. He wasn't able to bend. He couldn't sit down like a normal human being. They had to make a special bench for him where he could sit down and rest his arms because he was constantly flailing his arms.
It looks like something out of the torture chamber, if you ask me.
Well, it's got a nice little cushion for his neck, armrest, and there's a bench there that he can rest the cusp of his ass on. And it leans backwards, so he's taking his weight off of his legs. And they designed it very specifically for him to be able to rest in between shots. And of course, you know, he was a big smoker. And I like this shot, Colin lighting his cigarette for him.
Good.
Smoke good. And of course, the best parody to this film, the only real parody of Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, the Son of Frankenstein, and the Ghost of Frankenstein, is the movie Young Frankenstein, which they used a lot of the same props and sets, which I love that.
I almost think with Frankenstein, you could maybe do it as like a mini series, like just do 3 separate episodes.
That's what the movie we're going to be doing next Wednesday is. It's a 2-parter mini. It was called a mini series. What it is a really long movie split in 2. It's like 3 hours long, so they show an hour and a half, and they show an hour and a half. And I loved that production, and they did a fairly good job of adapting the story. They left a lot on the floor, But the fact is, I felt at that time it was the best adaptation of Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Doing a
you could
98 film.
do.
Oh no, we're going to do that movie in November, Gambit. So we're not going to talk about that right now. It's a fantastic movie.
Yes, it is.
It has just enough gay for Martin and me.
Not
And-
gay enough for me.
And to be,
Gay enough for you. Like,
to be honest,
I need a little more ass.
to be honest, if you have a friend that hasn't seen Frankenstein 31 yet, and you have some doubts about their cognitive processes, show them first
Show
Gods
them that
and
movie.
Monsters,
Gods
and
Monsters.
then Frankenstein, so they can understand it fully.
I'm absolutely feeling the same way, Gambit. I'm optimistic, but I'm nervous, especially hearing what you guys just told me. It's like they're going to break it up that way. I just don't know how that's going to work. I got to see
Well,
it.
Well, dude,
I mean, they kind of do that with Dracula, because in Dracula,
Oh.
it's written from journals and from letters,
Mm.
and so therefore you have a different narrator for each scene. There, I understand it.
There's an audible version of Dracula I'm going to, and it does that. Even has, I think, Tim Curry's Van Helsing, if I remember right.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to talk about Luc Besson Dracula. Fuck that movie to hell.
I didn't even know Luc
God.
Besson made a Dracula movie. So
It's a ripoff of Bram Stoker's Dracula by Coppola.
But worse, it's horrible. It had a musical number in it.
Oh gosh. The one
Don't
thing
say things like that when I'm
doesn't
drinking.
mean-
I might
Hey.
choke to death.
So when he was told vampire sucks, he sucked blood. He thought, "Oh, vampire movies suck." Got it.
Let me say something, man. I knew Elsa Lanchester when she was older. The first thing I remember seeing with her is Bell Knobs and Broomsticks, and the Jimmy Stewart one is similar in title. What was it called? The witch that owns
Something with
little
candlesticks.
Yeah, it's
Bed knobs and
Bell Book-
broomsticks.
Bell Book and Candle. Bell
Oh,
Book and
yeah.
Candle. Just give me a second. I'll pull it out of that fucking deep drawer. So Bell Book and Candle
Prison.
was the movie that inspired I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched. It's a story about a mortal man played by Jimmy Stewart who falls in love with the lady that has a curio shop downstairs played by Kim Novak. Super fucking hot, Kim Novak. Like fucking explosive titties hot. Like it's just like you feel like it just looking at her, you might bust a nut and you're like, oh God, I gotta walk away. That's how hot she was at the time. And Jimmy Stewart is so fucking good in that film. Jack Lemmon became a movie star because of that movie. And he had already been in Mr. Roberts. And that's not the movie that made him a star. It was that movie. I said it already, and I don't want to repeat myself.
Yeah.
Bell Book and
Bell-
Candle. Because that's the name of the shop. It's on their sign, Bell Book and Candle. And Jack Lemmon plays basically Uncle Arthur from Bewitched. And my favorite moment is when he learns some magic in the film, and as they're walking down the street, he's zapping streetlights and turning them off. And he's just giggling to himself because he's achieved something, turning off lights. Yeah, this scene is so fucking weird.
Especially because it wasn't the first, so it's like, hey,
All of a sudden, we have a narrator. And there's Elsa Lanchester, who is just fucking gorgeous.
And to
That
be
guy,
honest,
that guy should be caned for that acting.
To be
this-
honest,
Yeah.
hers is the best acting in the whole movie.
It is.
Yes. It really is.
Colin Clive plays the same character he played in the first film. He even quotes himself, "She's alive." Yeah,
Oh,
the
man.
acting here is so terrible. Look at her. Oh my God, she's so
Oh.
gorgeous. She has those perfect bow lips, you know. And when they put the lipstick on there, oh, And of course, those lips inspired Rick Baker when he made the Gremlin. What was her name?
I
Greta.
forgot.
In
Greta, there
Greta
you go.
in Gremlins 2. She had lips exactly like her.
Man, the way she chuckles when Byron goes about, who would have thought that such a pretty head can imagine such a horrible story? And she just giggles and tells him, that's not it. There's more.
And by the way,
Wonderful.
she is in the Gap Club.
One of the tinier gaps, but yeah.
She has a tiny gap, but she has a front gap that's, I can see it. It gets my attention. So I'm like, yay, she's in the Gap Club. Look at her profile. Just beautiful. And her movement is very cat-like, by the way, when she's the plays the bride.
She's hissing too.
Such a crazy story for the writing of the book. Yeah, she was 18 and she finished it when she was like 20.
Yep.
Yeah, she was young.
Yeah, to do something like that has that kind of impact at that age is insane.
And she was grew up in an era and world where medical help wasn't really a thing.
Yep.
And women died all the time. Birth was gory. It was a gory affair. And so a lot of that inspired her when she wrote Frankenstein.
The thing that always bothers me is that the first release wasn't under her name. Her name was on the one that they did in France. Because she's a woman. And we're in 1880.
Hey, Helen Place.
So that book didn't have her name on it until it was released in Paris in 21.
Well, she
My
was upper
favorite
class,
Avatar.
so her name probably could have been on it if she wanted to.
And she was getting banged by both Percy Shelley and Lord Byron. So.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. These
Stop
are
doing it when I'm
historical facts.
You're going to choke me to death.
That's what she said.
Oh my god. You guys are dirty today.
Oh, we're not.
I love it when the husband doesn't listen to his wife and gets murdered. The wife reaches back and grabs the hand of the creature to pull him out. Like, ah! And then he throws her down to her death.
Do you think a producer was going, this movie's too short, we need to tack on something to increase the length?
Well, I think they needed to show the creature killing. And so he had a kill ratio in this.
Frankenstein needs to have like a body count like Jason. It's the producer's bloodlust.
The creature, not Frankenstein. Jesus. Get your facts straight.
Technically, it's his son, and it's Victor Frankenstein. So if it is actually his child, technically, wouldn't the creature's last name be Frankenstein?
No, because it's illegitimate. So no.
I just think
also,
they did it.
He doesn't know that he's capable of learning. Because the way he starts out, Frankenstein, I'm pretty sure he thought it was just a mindless creature, a monster.
Whoa, say it again. The name?
What? Frankenstein.
Wow, it's the first time that I heard it's
pronounced
it that way, and it's beautiful.
It's a German name. I'm going to pronounce it as.
Yeah, no, thank you.
You're welcome.
She's the comic relief in this.
Who?
The old lady.
Oh,
I love her.
Oh my god, it was so annoying.
Funny. No, she's funny.
I found it so annoying.
I was annoyed at first. She grew on me. Throughout the movie.
After all that killing, I'm glad to see it burn to death. The monster's definitely dead. There is no way the monster is still alive. There's no way it's still alive. Still alive. Still alive.
Oh, wait.
I am still alive.
It's so weird though. Why is there water under the mill? It's a windmill. It doesn't need water. Why is there a lake in the mountain or hill or whatever?
Because shut up, that's why the scriptwriter says.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they wrote it that way.
Because it's
How-
cool.
How did you expect he's going to drown people if there is no water?
Yeah, I know.
Well, maybe, he needed to dispose of all those body parts somewhere. I mean,
Yeah, she's the village woman in Invisible Man. Same actress. You're right. And by the way, I'll go ahead and update you guys because I haven't told you, Martin. It's in my calendar, but you might want to mark these down. What's left to do this month. And that's what we went over this morning on our live show. And starting with Monday is, of course, Pacific Rim, Military Monday. On Wednesday, we'll do Frankenstein, the True Story. And then on Friday, we're going to do The Wolfman 1941, and then Wolfman 2010 on Saturday. And then that night, I'm going to do the live stream watch along Lady in White. Following Monday is Godzilla -1. You've been waiting for that one. I think we all have because we all love that fucking movie. And then we're going to do The Invisible Man 1933 on Wednesday, and then Friday, the last day of the month, the 31st, we're going to watch the only true remake of The Invisible Man. Do you know what it is?
Hollow Man.
Yep.
We're going to do Hollow Man.
question: Godzilla -1, regular or black and white?
Black and
Black
white.
and
Only
white.
black and white.
Of
Only
course,
black and white. I prefer the movies I said, even The Wolfman, black and white. And the 2010 version. It's so much better in black and white.
Yes.
Same
and
thing
for-
with Godzilla -1. I love it in black and white.
I got
And
to see in
for-
theaters in black and white. It was awesome.
And for Hollow
It
Man,
never came here. No, he's talking about Godzilla.
No, I know.
It never came here in black and white. It made
-1
me
minus
mad.
color is called.
Yep.
But for the Hollow Man, I'm gonna do the slideshow, and then I'm gonna reduce the opacity at 50%.
Why?
And Kevin
It,
Bacon.
it makes it sharper. That's why.
No, transparent. I'm gonna make it 50% transparent. the
Oh,
slideshow.
transparent. I'm sorry.
It's the invisible film.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, I wanted to see The Invisible Man, but I couldn't see it. It's like,
Exactly. That's the point.
And it's like, okay, that was funny for a second. You're going to do this for the whole fucking 2 hours?
Hello again, Popcorn Geek.
Hey, buddy, good to see you, man. Let me get to this one. Lucien Prévost, who is in Hell's Angels playing Baron von Krantz, is in the film, and he's stunning when he tells Una O'Connor's character, go home. Oh, shit. Oh, dude, I love that movie. I have it. I have that movie. I have I don't think it's 4K, but it is upgraded from regular HD copy. And I fucking love Vincent Price in that movie. What a great flick. Country Shape Media, still my favorite Avatar. Number one, you my number one son. Number one. I thought the mill was built on top of a cavern and the creature fell into the underground cavern and had a lake under. Well, that's kind of what is happening. That is what's happening. Because there's a cavern underneath there, and he goes through the floor into that cavern. And that's how he survived the fire. They always do something like that. Like in one of them, he's frozen. That's the one with the Wolfman, right? Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
Haven't seen
Right?
that one yet.
I don't know.
I thought it was in like quicksand in that movie because there's the one guy who's like communicating with it with a flute.
Yeah, that's Bela Lugosi. That's Son of Frankenstein.
Man, all these movies kind of blend together
Yeah.
in your brain.
That's it. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. That's the one. And he's frozen in that one. And they defrost him. This always reminds me, this I don't know what the hell kind of room that is. And I wondered if they reused that section that was built for Dracula, that was the underground catacombs where his coffin was. And it looks like the same kind of ceiling. And I wonder if these were leftovers from that and they just painted them.
Probably.
Right.
I mean, studios reusing sets
all the time.
Yep.
It's a way of saving money.
Oh yeah, one Halloween movie I do like to go over occasionally. I actually consider it like a cozy horror film, even though its subject matter should be terrifying as all hell. The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp.
It's one of those films that I've seen, but I will never talk about it because I don't want to support that prick.
Yeah, no, and that's totally cool. It's one I really enjoy.
The only film after 1977 of his that I had to cover is Frantic, because I really do love that film. This is back before I knew what he did. And I'm like, what? He did what to that 13-year-old girl? And how many times? Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, it gets worse, because after he went to Europe, apparently there was a lot more girls after that.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at his wife. Man, he did the same thing to Nastasia Kinski. God, I love these sets, man. Look at that. And I love the lighting. Only certain things can be seen. In Young Frankenstein, they do a parody of the police officer with the broken arm. Yep. I did not see it, Anima. They must have, we didn't see the restored version where it shows him rip the arm off in The Bride. Because I remember him ripping that arm off. Am I like having a nightmare? Like, am I confusing something? Because I remember him ripping the arm off of that guy.
In my copy, it doesn't show that.
Oh God, we found another Mandela effect.
It seems like
it could be a censorship effect.
Maybe.
I'm looking it up right now.
The sad thing about this movie is that we don't get to see more of Frankenstein's father because the actor passed 2 years before they made this. And I would have liked to see more of him because he's so funny. I loved him in the first movie.
Son, you didn't bring the dead back to life again, did you?
I stand corrected. It was Son of Frankenstein, the next film.
Oh. And
okay, that makes sense.
And in Frankenstein Unbounded.
But it was still Boris Karloff.
So, I think my favorite Frankenstein related line is probably in like Ed Woodward's, like, when you were Boris Karloff's sidekick, and he just goes, Marlena just goes, Karloff? Sidekick? Fuck you!
I do love that scene. We got to do that in November, Ed Wood.
Yes, the real terror of making a film in Los Angeles in the 1950s.
It's not having a permit.
Yep.
He says, hey, look, it's the cops. We don't have a permit. Run.
Still probably Tim Burton's best film.
I consider it one of his best, too. All right, I'm going to pull this down just for a second. This is the scene I remember seeing, because he's got the son under his foot, and he rips that cop's arm off.
He's taking it pretty well.
Well, it's a prosthetic.
Oh.
There's a prosthesis, and he rips it off of him. It's a crazy scene, man.
And I like how in Frankenstein Unbound, the creature tears off his own arm to use it as a club.
How Arnold of you.
Yeah.
I pray to you, Kram.
I've never prayed to you. I don't have the tongue for it.
You know, if you replace Arnold and Conan with Frankenstein, would much have really have changed?
Mm.
Oh yeah, those are
Down.
great. Get downtown. Oh yeah, he must be evil. He's wearing a black hat.
Yeah, here it is. I found it right here. This is like some of the best writing I've ever heard. And Arnold Bucket Man delivered that scene perfectly.
So
I have never prayed to you before. I have no tongue for it. No one, not even you, will remember if we are good men or bad, why we fought and why we died. All that matters is that today, two stood against many. Valor pleases you. So grant me one request. Grant me revenge. And if you don't listen, then to hell with you. That's a great fucking prayer.
Milius, we love you.
Now, this is
Indeed.
one of Wales' gay buddies that I think they had relationships off and on over the years.
Wouldn't
And
be surprising.
and he's clearly like gay in this movie. It's like I think he plays him gay. And but this is the part of the film that I like. What we were in a Frankenstein movie. What the fuck is going on here? Little
With the
people
little
in
creatures,
jars?
yeah,
That was so
that was
fucking
absurd.
weird. It's just too fucking weird for me. And it's my least favorite part of this film.
It didn't
It's like,
add to the story at all
at all.
because he's
Okay,
growing them. So-
Addressing this comment, Culture Media says one thing that annoyed me is that the creature learns to talk in this movie, but the later ones reduce him back to a mute childlike brute. Kind of Rocky
Yeah.
3. Like Rocky 3. In Rocky 3, Rocky is a master of words. And then we go back to, hey, Adrian, yo.
Oh man, Sly as Frankenstein. Why did that never happen?
Oh my God.
He tried to do Poe. He wanted to do a biopic about Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, no.
Oh
He
my-
wanted to play
I'm
him.
not seeing that.
Oh my god,
No.
that would have been the best, worst idea ever.
The greatest bad movie ever made.
It's Raven. Character Raven.
Nevermore. Nevermore. And of course, they would have to turn it into an action film. And that would be his killing line as he kills the bad guy. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Oh, it would be the Starvey go quote the Raven.
Somebody
Nevermore.
telling him, what?
Yeah.
Why do you think he's scary? It's just a raven. You weren't there, man.
There's a pit, and I had a pendulum to it. I caught the pit and the knife.
Yeah, the best version of the Raven was later with Vincent Price, Boris Karloff, and Basil Rathbone, I think, was in it. Let me go look that up.
Asshole?
It's really interesting with this character being introduced because it feels like, well, we don't really want you to hate Victor. So here's a guy who can be like the actual antagonist. And even the ending is like, you good, he bad.
That is the exact reason why they renamed him from Victor to Henry, because they wanted a friendlier, nicer name for him. And instead of having his friend Henry help him, they invent this weird doctor here.
So it was not Basil Rathbone in that one. It was Peter Lorre. So in Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven stars Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, and Boris Karloff, and it's a great film. Nicholson is in it too, by the way, in one of his first, not first, but one of his first films. And it's so funny because he has to throw, I think, Vincent into a chair. and he actually throws him into the chair, and Vincent got mad at him. He says, "Act, boy. I know how to act like I was thrown in a chair." Method actors, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I've always put that if I have to deal with one and they're playing an antagonist, I'm just going to show up in the middle of the night and start beating on them. And we ask us like, "Hey, I'm just being in character. You're fucking evil." So of course I'd go in the middle of the night and start beating the shit out of you. Now, we can continue to be method, or we could actually just fucking act. Your choice.
Well, there you go. They could say that he suffered brain damage. I agree with you, Country Shape Media. And yep, I talked about that, and yep, you two nailed it too. It was not Basil Rathbone, it was Peter Lorre. And Reanimator, I love the movie The Reanimator. I also love Bride of the Reanimator.
Which
I like any of them.
obviously, Bride of Reanimator definitely is pulling on this movie.
Bride of Frankenstein.
The title is stupid too, because it's not his bride. He's married. It's the monster's bride.
Yeah. And not only that, in the title, the freaking mad scientist says it. He says it. Oh, the writer of Frankenstein, and Frankenstein is there. It's like, no.
Oh yeah, World of Gods and Monsters, which gave us a great movie title many years later. Yep. Man, there's so many things that are like use gods and monsters that are referencing that one line.
Okay, here's one of my favorite lines from The Reanimator. "Who's going to believe a talking head? Get a job, join a sideshow."
Oh, was it? It's like, what am I supposed to leave a note? Oh, by the way, dead cat.
There's another one about just how I'd expect to find you with your head buried between the legs of a bimbo.
Herbert West is such a great
He's
antagonist,
hilarious,
protagonist.
dude. Yes, he is. Because you think he's the villain, but by the end of the film, he's the hero. I fucking love that movie.
Oh no, he's really bad, but everyone around him starts to get worse to the point where he doesn't move anywhere morally.
He transitions from bad guy to the fucking hero. And I love that they did that. I love those movies. I love The Reanimator. I love From Beyond. I am a big fan of Full Moon Pictures and all those guys. And the Band Brothers, all of them.
Yeah, was it Stuart Gordon?
Fuck you, Popcorn. I don't need you to remind me how fucking old I am.
Oh, it still has one of the best shovel decapitations ever. I just love how he goes, plagiarist. Like, that was the sin, not, hey, we're dealing with dead bodies. It's like, how dare you plagiarize my work?
The best decapitation by shovel was Bruce Campbell and his girlfriend.
That was a really fast one.
It was fast, but it was good. I always liked that one. Popcorn, Yellow Striped Smile. There you go. What's up, Genghis?
Well, I know it was not a decapitation, but
this is something I've wanted to do since I saw this movie. Pope in a jar. Come on. It writes itself. Right? Am I the only one here that gets this? Fuck you guys.
There's a lot of things in there that involve things in jar that I prefer to forget about.
Oh, there's Count Dracula in a jar. This scene is so fucking weird.
Why is that scene here? I think that somebody needed to show how good they were with the special effects.
That's it.
Maybe, yeah.
And it is pretty good when he picks him up.
Oh, yes. It's incredible.
Fucking awesome little scene. Henry VIII.
Yeah, it's funny when the king escapes and tries to make a move on the queen, who is not having his bullshit.
Yep.
That was a little bit.
By the way, Roger Corman had, I absolutely believe this, had the greatest impact on filmmaking in the history of Hollywood.
We have so many filmmakers because of Corman. We have
Actors,
Carpenter,
filmmakers, production guys, special effects, like Rick Baker, man, Rob Bottin, what's his name? Terminator.
Jim Cameron.
No, the special effects guy for that, for all the special effects.
Yeah. Oh, Winston, Stan Winston.
Stan Winston. You know, every single one of these motherfuckers from the school of fucking Roger Corman. Jack Nicholson. I'm just telling you, man, Corman had an impact on Hollywood in what I call a good way. And I blame James Cameron for how he turned out. That's not Roger Corman that taught him to be a douchebag.
Sandra, stop shouting, please.
Always yelling, man. Always yelling.
You weren't there, man.
Your caps lock is stuck, mister.
There you go. That's my response to you for that. I am loud talking. Because Keith doesn't use it, I was thinking about just putting my name on there.
I think you should put it back to Pop Culture Minefield because so many people don't know what PCM stands for.
Too many people get confused. And it annoys me. Is this Keith or is this Gary? They all know who we are. I only chat in groups where people know who we are. And I'll go, and my response is always, it's always Gary. Nobody else talks in this account but me.
I mean,
Martine and I use it occasionally for posting links
Sander.
Because it's faster.
Now he's talking in tiny letters. Look at that.
I mean, here's the thing. PCM sounds like it would be the name of like a controlled substance. Like that would be something the police are on the lookout to take off the street.
That's why I love our chat. We're having so much fun right now. For God's sake, stop yelling. Now, I'm going to compliment this film for another thing they do here. One, this is where I was talking about. He could not bend to get into the water because of the costume, the way it's designed to get a frame that covered all the way up to his rib cage to make his body look firm because he's actually very thin. And so they bulked him up with this stuff, and so he could not sit down properly or bend his upper body at all.
Oh, he's not that thin anymore in this one, though, because he gained weight over the past 4 years.
Because he wasn't a starving actor anymore after
That's why he looks friendlier. The face is fuller.
The Raven was the second one with, you met Carr. I got you. Yeah. I like that film a lot. I like The Black Cat. I like all of the Roger Corman, Edgar Allan Poe movies. I really did. He fucking made them fun.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck Jim Cameron, though.
I did this is true story, historical. I did a comic panel that had to be cleaned up before it was put to print. It had a horror movie type slasher with a machete standing over a dead girl, and he's got his hand V8 style to his forehead going, I could have fucked her first.
Oh, God.
That's some Departed shit.
Yeah, well, I had a very dark sense of humor all my life. And I remember going on this date with this, what we call now an emo chick, wearing all the fucking black and shit. We went out and we were sitting there at the table, and she is just not talking to me. And I'm trying to get the conversation started. Nothing's happening. And so I finally said, so enough about me. What's it like being dead?
That date didn't go very well, yeah.
So it ended very abruptly, and I didn't care. She screams, poor girl, she doesn't know what to think. And he's like, no, I'm not here to hurt you. And then, he gets so mad, he wants to bash her fucking face in. Stop screaming. And this is where he gets shot. And this is just like the book with the little girl. So I do it with her because they didn't want it to be a total replica of the previous scene. So they make it a teenager instead of a little child.
I think they also did this to show that he's learning. Because
Oh
he
my
knows how
God.
it's not good when people are in the water.
I fucking love that movie with Vincent Price. Great fucking movie. Boris Karloff was in a movie called The Ape. Yeah. Like he could have played Commissioner Gordon. He always looked like he could when he grew that mustache, man. In fact, I think Commissioner Gordon in the 60s was based on Boris. I will tell you also, very interestingly, in Mike Mignola's Gotham by Gaslight, Jack the Ripper is Boris Karloff in that book. Go look. I did not like the Well, there was one that was made back in the 70s. It was terrible. Had the guy that played Ziggy in the time travel series where the guy kept jumping from place to place. It's a terrible movie. Anyway, I heard they're going to make a sequel to Tron Ares called Tron Jeremy.
Oh,
Oh, oh.
It's going to be a lot of fucking. I was just talking about that movie last night, Gambit. I was talking to Anima, and who else were we talking to last night about that? Because I brought that movie up. It's Boris Karloff's last role, and I love that movie, Bogdanovich. It was a mixture of the Texas Tower shooting and a little bit of Helter Skelter stuff involved. Yeah, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
No, it's not.
Politically correct movies. No, it doesn't, Sandra. Shut up. That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, but I agree. You should just have your name on there if you go for a name. Because Keith is always
Well, I
on his
just
own
feel
account.
that way because I always get asked. Like I was visiting Polly one day, and he said that, and I went, "No, it's always Gary. It's always me. Never."
Just tell Keith that you only have your name on it because you're the one using.
Well,
their
I
account.
wanted him to stop using Movie Geek. I want him to go by PCM Keith on there, so people know he's a representative of Pop Culture Minefield, and we should have two
People know
different
that,
color
though.
ones. I'll do one that's caucasoidal and give him one that's more of a brother
oh my
type
God.
logo, like chocolate brown and dark chocolate brown. Fuck
Welcome,
off, Mephisto. Why aren't you here with us? We want to hang out with you, buddy.
Because he did his own show and now he's
He
tired.
was doing his show.
I know. We love you,
Meph.
Meph.
Good to
You
see
know
you.
that. And of course, Gambit going on about homosexuality again. You make me wonder, Gambit. Keeping an eye on you, mister. I should say that. I'm keeping an eye on you. And then I'll go.
Oh God.
You fell asleep yesterday. That's why you missed. That's okay, buddy.
That's
We
what I
talked
thought.
about you a little bit. Like we were kind of hoping you might pop in, but we understand when you're not there. We will never be judgy with you. Oh, I love this shot where they go through all this fucking work to hammer those fucking screws into the ground to hold those chains. And then in the next scene, as they're gone out of the room, he just begins pulling it off of him like it's nothing. But I love Boris in this, man. The expression, he's so expressive. Oh, I
And
love
that's even
this
before he's talking. Right?
Also, another funny moment. Yeah. They're outside going, everything's fine. He's all chained up. There's no madman on the loose. And the door explodes. He comes out and he goes, run. Oh, my God. The mayor is such a fucking douche nozzle. Oh.
Oh, they butcher the word Bürgermeister, which means
Bürgermeister,
mayor in
yeah.
German.
Yeah, we learned it. I learned it as burger, like not burger, but Burgermeister. Is that correct?
No, it's Bürgermeister. It has one of your beloved umlauts.
Let's see. I missed that. What he just said there. Censors convinced the screenwriter to replace fairy tales, which was the obvious subtext, the Bible stories, the mild, acceptable one. Speaking of Charlie, where's Charlie today? I thought he'd be joining us.
He said he wasn't sure if he was going to make it.
Oh, there you go, Martin.
What? Oh,
Last comment.
yes, and he was timing it.
This
and
is
he's
it.
spelling it correctly. Well done,
It's
Sandra.
like there's no madman on the loose. We have him. He's in chains, and the door over there in the background explodes outward as he escapes. That's so fucking funny.
Here we go.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
And Frankenstein's still like a child. He's having a tantrum. Why are you being mean to me? And there, of course, is that
the monster, not Frankenstein.
Madam. Let's call it Madam.
Here we go.
Here you go. What? Oh, you want me to share this? Oh,
There it is.
already did.
And that is still there. If you get to go take the Universal tours, the trams will drive you all around these little streets. And it's so fucking cool. It's a part of history, man. In fact, I didn't know these things were color until like Adam 12. When Adam 12 did a scene there.
It was black and gray and white.
Yeah, it's not all grayscale. It's got real color.
Man, the creature certainly does a number of off-screen scaling. Come on, Sander. No, you cannot beat the politically correct movie. No. Don't even try it.
I was going to look up Una O'Connor because she is in a lot of stuff over the years. Good God, look at this stuff. She was in The Adventures of Robin Hood with Errol Flynn. The Invisible Man, of course, she was in The Village. Witness for the Prosecution. God, she was in so much stuff. But let's go back to the 30s. Because she was really good as a caricature actress. And she could definitely get a laugh. All right, now I'm getting into the 30s here, looking at her stuff. Yeah, not a comedy. Not. She was in Little Lord Fauntleroy, which is actually a really good film, the 1936 one. Another great film by John Ford, starring Victor McLaglen, The Informer, 1935. That made McLaglen a fucking star. She was in the 35 version of David Copperfield, and she played Mrs. Gummidge, who is a comical but nefarious character, if you know the story.
No.
I have the book somewhere, but I never read it.
She was on the first adaptation of the Orient Express, I guess it was 1934. I don't remember there being. No, this is based on Graham Greene's novel, not the fucking mystery. Yeah, I don't know any of these other films. Now, this one was actually a pretty good film. Lloyds of London came out in 36. She played Widow Blake. I got to go back and see that movie again. I haven't seen that in years. Yes, The Informer. Great fucking movie. Yes, Gambit. You nailed it, man. That is absolutely one of my favorite fucking Victor McLaglen films. And I couldn't believe John Ford fucking made a movie like that. It's so unlike the shit that he did before. He was a Western guy, you know? And fuck, man, that movie's great. A very down ending. Okay, I like this one. PCM, Personal Computer Manual.
Nah. Political correct movies. That's the one I like.
Yeah, that was a good
because
one.
of the irony.
PCM stands for Pants Came Mandatory.
Oh no, that is not so.
Now, the problem with this scene today, Gene Hackman's version in Young Frankenstein has infiltrated my subconscious to the point where I often forget this guy played the old guy and it's not Gene Hackman in it. Black Watch. And he and John Wayne became very good friends over the years. McLaughlin and he. What would the monster know? Well, he did learn kids don't float when thrown in the river. The more you know, Gary. There you go. Thanks, Soul Assassin. I should. I have a video for that. Let's see if it's in here. I don't think it's in here. I think it's in the other studio.
I hope we still have it. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, we do. I saw it yesterday, and I'm not seeing it in here. Can I safely go in the other studio, or is it everything gonna fall apart when I switch?
Do it. I will fix what breaks.
There we go. I think it's in here. Yep, here you go. Here you go, Soul Assassin.
I know that voice.
Yep.
She's doing her Audrey 2 impersonation.
Now. That's what she's saying. I'm
She's
starving. You ate 2 hours ago. I'm starving. You're killing me.
Actually, I fed her a little over an hour ago, and she just got up to finish it because she doesn't eat all at once usually. Now that Loki is gone, she doesn't need to finish quickly, or it's going to go to him. Man, I was intercepting that red bullet so many times so that she could finish her meal. He was fast.
I've never been sure about this, what the bolts were for. I know that the thing you needed to give an electrical charge to is the heart. And
yeah, she doesn't have them.
So I've never understood the necessity of the bolts other than for aesthetics. I think that's all it's there for, because I can't understand in the neck what they would really do. As a medical person, I'm like, man, I don't understand that. Around the heart, yeah, that would make sense, but up in the neck, like, I don't. The central nervous system, you know, already has its own electricity, I guess a little bit of a charge. You wouldn't want very much. You'd blow out the fucking brain and CNS system with a huge charge.
Well,
So,
with
yeah,
her, they have these kind of electrodes on the sides of her head, at the temples, and the big one on top of her head. That makes more sense.
It's like when you see us setting somebody up for defib and also be monitoring their heart, we use 4 leads for that. And each one placed around the rib cage.
Dude, I had more than 4 when I was in that ambulance. I had a lot of stickers on me.
I would have put one on your butt and said, "That's important.
Ah,
You don't touch that."
Yeah. Sure you would.
You know, you
No,
would.
there were like 6 or 7. Because I've put electrodes on my sister, and it was 3. 2 on the chest and 1 on the side.
Okay, if we
You know,
become a
stuff on
Catholic channel,
Fuck.
if we become a Catholic channel, the Papal Commission's monastery.
Well, technically, we do have a pope. He's just not showing up at the moment on Mondays.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him. He hasn't responded to any of
oh,
my messages.
I bumped into him last night on a stream, and we found out each other in the chat, and he says that he is not ignoring us. That he has been really busy. They are grinding him down on his job for the past 2 weeks.
Damn. I hope he joins us again eventually. He's so much fun to hang out with. Uh-oh.
I think that it should have just been called Frankenstein, the Monster Lives, and people might not have rejected it so quickly. That's where he says, "Good."
Mm.
I'm reading. And it's so cool that there used to be studio writers and studio special effects, you know, back when the studio system worked, and it fell apart in the 60s and officially died right around 71, 72.
Why? What happened?
It collapsed. That's when actors became free agents.
Mm.
Yeah, down with PCM. Yeah, you know me. You need to change that. You need to change that. That needs to be. Are you down with PCM? Yeah, you know them. Huh? It actually rhymes. But I like that Soul Assassin. That's a good one. Yes, that's her. That's Elsa Lanchester. She was also in that movie Bell, Book, and Candle, and she was still beautiful in that one. She was right around 50, but still, in my opinion, very gorgeous.
She aged very graciously. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, man, communism. Ain't it great? Popcorn? Fucking SAG. I prefer Trey Parker and Matt Stone's version of it.
The film
Yeah.
screen.
Film Actors Guild.
Well, you know, they probably were initially going, it's like, well, we should be an actors guild. Well, we're actors for. Wait, no, change that. We're screen.
Yeah, we don't want that one. We don't want that. We don't want film. We don't want film. By the way, there he is. He would, in a few years, he would end up playing Dracula. And that is John Carradine. Young John Carradine.
Can't you see? No, he can't.
Julie, and no, we're talking about Elsa Lanchester. And by the way, that again, I brought it up last night or yesterday that he changed the makeup. Jack Pierce did to give Frankenstein's monster a little softer tone to his face. Didn't have the sharp hair coming down. He was more expressive. Martin, he wants his sovereignty.
Okay.
And
Is it here? Yes, it is here.
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely inside real alone.
There you go.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the middle of the film.
Seen that one in a while.
you know, the way Gambit put it out, you know, I almost want to see a movie called now Mary Poppins Soul Assassin.
What is wrong with you?
Because look at that he wrote. Mary Poppins, Soul Assassin.
A little bit of sugar helps the bullets go down. The bullets go down.
By the way, I do want to point out what I said last night when I brought up John Carradine was in this. I said this is around the time he began teaching David how to use a belt.
Oh God, man! Seriously.
Yes,
Oh.
he did.
You need to put the George Carlin quote. When he said, there's a really interesting thing people do. It's called autoerotic asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation, yeah.
Yeah.
I love these sets, man.
Oh, the lighting and the sets for this movie are alone worth the price of admission.
I mean, they had a football field length section of woods that went the length of the studio. Just fucking, you know, that building, and where he would run and they were chasing him.
Wow.
I have the movie, and I started watching it, and I haven't had a chance to finish it. It's like I just started the documentary, John Candy, I Like Me, and I got so fucking emotional I had to stop. Well, he was teaching him how to hang things in the closet.
Dude.
Oh my God.
I know, Gary. I know. We know. He died with the prostitute because he was trying to have a better orgasm and choked himself to death accidentally.
That's a crappy prostitute. That's all I got to say.
Well,
You know,
better
when
than
he
what?
turns purple, it's time to help him out. I've always suspected he was murdered. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
He was, you know, there was rumors that he was involved with that group of actors that was outing people in Hollywood for their interest in children.
Oh, the really sad one to me was Chris Farley, because he started having the heart attack and the girl he was with just left, and apparently the last thing he said was, "Don't leave me."
Heart fucking breaking, man. Drugs.
Yep.
Why?
Because some
Drink
people
beer. If you need to get a buzz, drink beer. Stop fucking doing these speedballs and shit. Died exactly the same way as fucking John Belushi. And ironically, he said, I'll probably die the same way as John Belushi. And he fucking
He
did.
state that? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He said that he was afraid of that, is really the way he phrased it. Afraid I'll end up dying just like John Belushi. And the fucking prophetic fulfillment. Self-prophecy.
Well, if
Self-fulfilling
he
prophecy,
did
yeah.
the same thing that John did, well.
The irony with John Belushi is he did that short film where he outlived all the cast from SNL. And he was old and visiting them at their grave and then dancing. And it's like, He was the first to go.
An ironic version of that in fiction is actually James T. Kirk. Remember? He said, I always know no die alone in Star Trek 5.
Yeah.
And then Generations comes out, and when does he die? He's with fucking Picard.
Alone.
Well, technically, he was alone. And then Picard showed up right as he was dying, and he fucking stole George Takei's last line. Oh my! Look at the lighting on this. This is great fucking lighting. I love black and white film, man. Nobody knows how to light films much anymore, but man, they sure knew how to strike lighting on these films. Great fucking shit. No light on anything around him, just his fucking neck and face, and then the background is lit.
Well, yeah, it's because this is still the era where a lot of people came from theater because movies had just really start taking off.
And the great thing about film compared to theater is you can't do close-ups on stage. You can in film.
Yep.
And that's when you started getting shit like this guy's face. Good God. This man was born to be punched in the face. Look at that fucking schnoz. Begging to get slugged.
I just always love that weird effect where they be almost like glowing, like they put, I don't know, Vaseline on them or some crazy shit, just so that the light would reflect off them even more. I forget the type of thing, but you know what I'm talking about, those close-ups where they just seem to glow.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. By the way, I've mentioned it earlier. I've always suspected that he was, at one time or another, his partner.
Probably.
Ernest was James Well's partner. James Well tended to like them younger, but I think that when they were on stage, working on stage and shit, I think there was an attraction there. And that's why they stuck together, because it's kind of the in crowd there. They had to stick together.
Oh god, I do love that scene in Gods and Monsters when the guy's doing an interview and it's like, okay, you can, but you have to strip every time.
Right. Yeah, Mescal, that dude. And again, unlike the first film, the monsters' makeup was done differently in this film. And in the previous film, it was two main pieces, the brow and the top of the head. And the rest was all, every day he'd have to do it new, every day, the makeup. This film had more going on with prostheses on him. And so he created a one-piece headpiece and brow to where it looked softer. There was less of a steep angle to the brow line, and pulled the hair back slightly to make it like, you know, he had almost male pattern baldness, and it made him look softer, gentler. And I like the way Jack Pierce was a fucking genius. He was doing something there was no competition in that market for what he was doing. He was the only one doing this shit. And he'd figure it out every film. Then the Westmores, because the Westmores go all the way back to silent film, and they were more of the theatrical makeup, but they started getting into this kind of makeup, and eventually that's why Bud Westmore was in charge of the makeup for Creature from the Black Lagoon, but he had a team working on the makeup, and he took credit for the creature design when it was actually what's her name? Starts with an M. Anyway, it was a woman who actually designed it, and he took credit for it. And it wasn't until much later, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, that it finally got revealed that it wasn't Westmore who designed the creature. It was this woman. And they did a documentary on it. It was a really good one, too. She was a fucking artistic genius. I love her work.
Yeah, now is Frankenstein, the original Frankenstein movie, is it in the public domain yet? Because I do know that you can do a lot of this stuff because they saw the books in the public domain, but like the actual creature design is still copyright by Universal till that movie goes in the public domain.
Yeah. By the way, I want to point out there's a moment in this film where he overhears down there in that mausoleum. He overhears Pretorius say that he made his creature from a bunch of dead parts from dead bodies, and you see the creature look up suddenly to the right at where he was. And that was such a fucking moment that I feel a lot of people don't catch. That realization he's talking about him and that he's made up from dead people's body parts. Fuck, man. That's a
Yeah,
great
no
moment in
wonder
the
at
film.
the end of the movie he goes, "Yeah, I just probably should be dead again because that's what
Well,
I
that's
was."
just it. We belong dead, he says. Great fucking line. I swear to God, Animal will tell you, I fucking start crying at the end of that fucking movie because it's so emotional when he pulls that weird fucking trigger that somehow blows everybody up. Like, who put that there?
Well, what I really liked is that he tells Frankenstein and his wife to leave. And then the bad doctor, you stay.
Yeah, you
We
no belong
dead.
here. Tells him,
Yeah.
you no belong here. You live. You stay. We belong dead. And it's like, fuck, man.
It's just like in the Mother movie that we just watched and discussed on Wednesday, where he says, I am done with man. And then he goes to light himself on fire.
Well, yeah,
He's
that's.
just done.
I mean,
That's the best part of the movie when he does that. Go ahead, Shin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, but it's like with the actual book, one of the things they never quite got into is just how much the creature tortures Frankenstein when he's just had it up to the point
Yeah.
where it literally
tired of this
chases him to his death. Like just like I'm gonna keep you going as long as it can because I'm gonna drag this out because I hate you that much.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to go back to this. When Kirk died, it was not captain on the bridge; it was bridge on the captain.
Balls.
Oh, God.
That's what he actually said, if I remember right,
No.
on stage. It's
was
bridge on the
balls.
captain.
Even more bold was Boris Karloff's own awareness to gain the weight, and he didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, because it's just before that he was starving as an actor. Like he's like so many of us that are poor. Back then they didn't have ramen noodles. He was probably just eating Campbell's soup, you know, and
Healthier choice.
just fucking like gaunt. He was gaunt.
But yeah, if
And
you
then in
look
this
at side
film,
by side
his
comparison,
jowls. He has jowls
yeah.
that he didn't have before. Sit down. That's shocking when he talks to the doctor.
I do admit I would have loved to see a version of these movies where it continued from here and he actually got super elegant in the third one.
Who did?
Oh, Boris Karloff. If instead of moving the way he did, they'd followed more. They did the last part of Frankenstein as another movie after this, and the creature actually becoming super elegant in that one. I would have liked to have seen that version. That's all.
I like how the first thing the creature says to him to Frankenstein is the same thing Frankenstein said to him first. Sit down.
Yeah, exactly. And Frankenstein is shocked because he had no idea that the creature was able to learn things, to learn to talk and stuff. But I'm fine with that ending. The creature killing himself and the bride, because one of the really important rules of science is just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, but the bride didn't want to die. He should have left the bride alone.
The bride didn't even know what she was.
Yeah, she was literally. I'd interpret it as that she's literally just been born at that point. So she's like basically like a baby. So of course it's like, what the fuck is this weird thing want with me? I don't know. Where's my mommy?
She's kind of worse than the creature when he was awakened.
Yep. Still nicer than what.
Oh yeah.
Still nicer than what happens in the book, where it's like, yeah, I'll make you a bride. Wait, this is a bad idea. They might, if they figure out how to breed, this might destroy the world. Okay, I'm killing the bride. Frankenstein,
Yeah, the
creature.
logic issue here is he could have just taken her uterus out.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
As a doctor
that's
of
what he should have
medicine,
done.
come on.
He could have done a total tubal ligation and
Or that.
not worried about it. But his choice was instead to completely destroy her body. And that sends the creature into a murderous rage. He was betrayed again.
yep.
Imagine the thing.
The
What
most
can I
human
do?
thing about him.
What can I do to solve this problem and at the same time infuriate the creature? I got it.
Well, one of the things that I can't recall seeing this too much is Victor getting super obsessed. Like he basically goes into like almost like a trance whenever he's actually creating or making things. There's kind of bits of that when the whole "it's alive" that kind of feels like the Victor Frankenstein novel in comparison with like Henry.
By the way, another great director that I think doesn't get enough love is Todd Browning.
Was it the thing that screwed over James Wells was that he was doing the sequel to All Quiet on the Western Front, and Germany basically got it banned because they considered it anti-German. 1937 at the time, so you can kind of guess who was responsible for that.
Well, and he also took his own experiences in trench warfare because he did. He fought in World War One.
Yeah.
But Todd Browning is best known for Dracula, and then a few years later, he did a movie that destroyed his career. But it's considered a classic to this day.
Oh, which one destroyed his career?
Freaks.
Oh, One of Us.
One of Us. Gabadee. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, that's a shame because that definitely.
I like that movie.
It's definitely like if you want to stir people because those are all real freaks in that movie.
But it was a good movie.
Well, I don't think it was intentional gambit. I just think that it was not well received, that movie. A lot of people consider it pornographic.
Oh.
And a lot of hate. A lot of fucking hate. And the studios didn't want to touch him after that.
It's funny because now that's tame. Maybe that's kind of a sad thing. Like I don't know if we've become too permissive with some things in film. I don't know. We got to figure out a good point. Like there definitely needs to be some kind of line of decency.
Yeah, and then we've got poor Colin Clive here. This guy, man, he hit a point after this movie. Said, "You know what? I'm just going to die from tuberculosis."
Oh my God, Gary!
I'll never do better than this. I know I've got a dark sense of humor. I'm sorry.
No. You should. It's like you should went on the last day of filming. Went. Well, this is the best thing I've ever done. Now I'm just gonna go and die of tuberculosis. But you don't have tuberculosis.
Hey, are you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to cough blood? Is that normal? Is that a thing?
Well, guess I'll go die.
It's so weird if somebody dying in the 30s of TB because they already had treatments for it at that point. I think he just left it untreated. I think he stopped caring. He was drinking himself into oblivion.
I've always found that weird with some people that, like, if you do something like this, it's such an amazing experience that apparently normal life just becomes intolerable to them. That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dwight Fry makes an appearance in the film for the previous stuff because he got killed by the creature in the first film for being the one that tormented him, and he died young. Man, he died in the 40s, 1940s, and I think that would have been because he was born around the turn of the century, so he would have been around 40, anywhere from 40 to 40 he died.
Morbid fact: everyone that worked on the movie Gone with the Wind is gone.
With the wind.
Yeah.
Bad, Chernetsky. Bad.
I love these lab sets. They're like,
There you go. Dwight Fry was perplexed to find that his versatility as an actor in the theater went completely unnoticed in Hollywood, where he was relegated to lunatic roles and often had his parts severely cut from the films. Indeed, in Son of Frankenstein, his role was deemed as unnecessary when an abrupt switch was made from Technicolor to black and white after his scenes were shot. Dwight Fry, a devout Christian Scientist, had concealed a heart condition from his friends and family. After the outbreak of World War II, unable to enlist, he worked nights between films and local theater productions as a draftsman for the Lockheed Aircraft Company. An uncanny physical resemblance to then Secretary of War Newton Baker led his being signed to a substantial role in the movie Wilson, directed by Henry King, based on the life of U.S. President Woodrow Wilson. But Fry succumbed to his heart condition, had a heart attack on a crowded bus a few days after being cast in the film, and is now buried at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Glendale, California.
That's sad.
That is so sad.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, highs of this stuff are great, but there's a lot of tragedy around stuff like this most of the time.
Well, Hollywood is chock full of it when you find out, like, whatever happened to that actor? Awesome one. What's up, brother?
Oh, the one that makes me sad is always the little girl that was in Poltergeist.
Yeah, she had that condition that gave her gerbil cheeks. And that's why I don't like watching them, because especially that last one, she was so puffy faced. And just, I didn't like that. And just, that's awful. That's fucking awful how she died.
Yeah, no, the one that was really sad was All Dogs Go to Heaven with her because she was the voice of the little girl in that. Now,
Oh, yeah.
the urban legend is Burt Reynolds had to do his takes like 57 times he was crying, but it's like, no, she was still alive because they were recording together. The people that had the absolute gut-wrenching time with the film were the animators because they had to constantly be listening to her voice to animate it. That's heartbreaking. That's just a sad thing to go through.
And I will say, by the way, going back to this, is Frankenstein seems like a bit of a dipshit in the first movie. In this one, it just seems like he's a guy having shit thrown at him, and he's trying to deal with it in his own way. And that's why I think he's more of a sympathetic character in The Bride than he is in the first film.
Yeah, this is the era where they didn't want a Walter White or Tony Soprano style character. Now we're like cool with like an actual like Victor Frankenstein protagonist. In fact, if you'd be expect one on HBO by default. It's like, oh no, I may have brought people back from the dead and used dolly parts, but I'm not really a bad guy. Yeah, sure. Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, James Wells screwed himself out of a good career. Showboat was his next good film, and that's it.
Oh, and apparently after he James Wells died, he apparently was haunting the house. And it got so bad they actually brought in a priest to do an exorcism.
What?
And the priest said,
Wow.
"I'm sorry, I only do the ghosts of little boys."
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. You don't get to complain about any jokes I make ever again, Gary. You
You know, I
dumb
don't really
motherfucker.
buy into that shit. It's like people go, Catholic Church. I'm like going, every fucking career around children has these kinds of people. Schools, YMCA, these people are there. They take these jobs specifically so they can be close to kids. Don't act like it's the Catholic Church. Every religion that has an organization has these kinds of people. Don't fucking kid yourself. Some religions probably worse, especially for young girls.
It's really crazy that this movie, I mean, it's basically just doesn't have a denouement. It's like, well, things blew up and the movie's over.
Yeah. By the way, talking about the Angler's Gambit, you see nothing until you watch The Son of Frankenstein, where that entire movie set is an homage to German expressionist films. They have weird fucking angles that don't make any sense in that movie. The one with Basil Rathbone as the son. He's the son of Frankenstein.
Well, another thing people forget with it, because Stalin was allied with Uncle A, there was a point where Hollywood was very pro Germany, right up until Uncle A betrayed Stalin.
Yeah,
And
we
then
didn't
they,
see any anti that really early on because of the alliance to Stalin. But then after they parted ways, all of a sudden there was this big anti movement, which included Charlie Chaplin, which they kind of show in the movie Chaplin, but they don't
yeah,
give you a time on it because what a lot of people don't know is that Chaplin was a card carrying pinko.
well, they got through people through the unions, and they used the power of them. There's a book with a Kenneth Lloyd called the Hollywood Party, which goes into this. Even has the actual communiques if you want to read them. And it's a simple thing. Hollywood enables an infinite amount of rewriting of reality, and that's what Stalin and company were interested in doing. And they didn't want to spend the money to build their own like Hollywood machine, so why not just influence and take over the American one? So yeah, it shouldn't have really been called the Red Scare. It should have been called the East versus West, because that's what really was going on during that time, especially with the unions. I mean, just Herb Sorrell alone, who literally was basically a gangster. He was a thug, and he was in charge of a lot of unions.
Wait, what is this? United Monsters Talent Agency, where it does plays like miniature. No, I've never heard of that, dude. I'll have to check it out.
That sounds like something would be in like TCM or something like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have some sort of like parody of Hollywood, but it was that the Universal monsters were actual like Universal monsters, and they just brought them in to do films. That'd be great.
By the way, there's this comedian the other day because something said a minute ago, and I just with the joke about the priests and stuff. And there was this comedian that kind of like shocked me up on stage. He says, you people love to use the PDF thing. He says, but technically, if somebody is interested in pubescent kids, that's called hebephilia. And if you're interested in post-pubescent underage kids, it's called ephedophilia or a phebophilia. And he says the problem is it's impossible to try to explain that to somebody and not sound like a PDF.
Basically.
And that fucking made me laugh because he's right. The whole distinguishing thing.
Well, yeah, it's because basically, if you're making those kind of distinctions, you probably are one.
You're probably one of them.
If you know that much about it.
There's a video of I think his name's like Joel Hodgman, but it's like the Joker's most evil plot yet. It's basically there's a girl and there's a clock on the screen. I've been talking with Stephanie. She's 17. She turns 18 at midnight. Then I'm going to have sex with her. And Batman's just going, I don't kill people, but I'll kill you.
Just might kill you.
No, it's just like I will kill you because like that's like his most evil, messed up plan ever.
Well, yeah, they used two things against him, and it's very subversive, but I don't blame them because he had a thing for 16-year-olds. Okay, and so they used a little bit of the Pinko thing and his history of sexual predilections for underage girls as a means to get him the fuck out of the country. It's either that or he was going to go to prison. And he pulled a what's his name that we talked about earlier that fled the United States to France. They're going to prosecute him for that.
Rosemary's Baby guy.
Yeah, Polanski. Thank you.
Yeah, Polanski.
God, her fucking hair is crazy.
I mean, I guess it's good because they only really had to do 1 or 2 days of shooting for this. Because this is like, here she is. Yep.
By the way, here is a great angle to see what I'm talking about. The smoothing that was done to his face to make him less scary looking. The smoothing of the brow and the smoothing of the top of the forehead without the hair hanging over it. It really worked. It makes him look softer, gentler.
That's an interesting thing with human psychology, why sharp angles just are inherently creepier to us in comparison with things that are smoothed around. Because there's a Japanese comic by what's his name, the big horror manga guy currently, Uzumaki, which is all about just spirals being the creepiest fucking thing in the world.
I don't really think so, but I'm sure he made it work.
Oh no, if you haven't, check it out. It's like real, just like everything starts to become spirals, and by the end of it, the town turns into a giant spiral. Like people's bodies bend and contort into spirals. It's really creepy.
That sounds like a really bad drug trip.
This is one of the best moments in this movie. It's like they're on their first date and everybody's watching. That's not creepy.
Oh, it's sad because he's holding the hand, he's looking all happy, and then she just looks and it's like, ah!
Well, the thing that gets me is when she can't scream. She doesn't know how yet. And she goes,
God, yeah, that's creepy.
It just lets out almost like a cough or something. And goddamn, Elsa is so fucking good in this. And that's it. She's 5 minutes in the movie at the end.
Well, and a couple minutes in the beginning.
Yeah, go ahead, cop a feel.
They pulled a question mark thing with her name in the beginning.
Yeah, this is when the rage. She hates me just like others. I fucking love this movie.
That's the straw that broke the camel's back. She was made for him, and she didn't like him.
Yeah, the crimping of the hair, the way they did it. Oh man, it's fucking cool looking. And she has pretty wild hair in real life.
Yeah, the one photo you showed me, crazy.
When she was a little girl, her hair is all fucking out like that. Just out. She's like
I'm telling
5
you, it
years
was a
old. 4 years
nightmare
old.
to take care of that hair.
Undo the door, Henry. We have to end the movie.
And then he lets the doctor open the door and he says, "Leave. You deserve to live. We belong dead." Fucking goddamn, I love the ending of this movie.
Yeah, because ultimately it's like you have the one thing I never will. If someone will actually love you.
We belong dead. Great fucking line. And he's crying.
Oh yeah, he sets out the one tear.
No, it's both
more.
sides.
It's more than one.
Oh really?
You can see his eyes were both watery.
Do you have that photo that you showed me, the close-up, where you see that he's crying with both eyes?
Okay, I only saw one when I was watching.
No,
it.
it's
in the chat
too
and
much
not here.
contrast. Here we go.
Yep. Why did I build a lever that blows the entire lab up, and why did I make it readily accessible? You think
There
you'd
you
want some type of stopper on that lever?
There, you see, Shanetsky?
I can't see it.
It's covered in tears.
Yeah, both cheeks.
Yeah.
Going all
Yeah,
the way down to his jawline.
It's not showing up on my StreamYard. I don't know why.
Here,
I
let me
see.
remove it, and I'll bring it back up again. There you go.
Nope, it's still not doing it. I don't know why.
That's a problem on your end then. 'Cause I
Yeah,
see
Yeah,
it.
your end sucks.
Yes, it does. What? Oh wow, StreamYard's kind of a shit program. Who knew?
All right, now,
Yeah.
so what I was talking about earlier, Keith, you need to switch it over to PCM, Keith, and Movie Geek. Put the PCM first so people know it's you, and I'm going to switch our account so it will say, or my account on PCM, so it says
PCM
right, hi, PCM Gary. And that way, Polly and everybody, whenever I don't know why they still fucking think it might be you. I'm like, no, Keith never posts in this account. Ever.
Oh,
So it'd be
good
awesome if
cast.
you could put the PCM before your name there. Because you can actually do that. You don't have to do it to your channel. You do it to how you appear in chat.
I'm just going, it's better than when you guys were PCP, Keith, and PCP
Oh.
Gary.
I hate you, Shanetsky. But yet I love you.
I know.
I'm
We
conflicted
tolerate
on
you.
I'm conflicted on you, my friend.
Like a priest, if the boy is predestined or not.
So that's not the one I wanted to show. What's going on?
Where's
Here?
Shanetsky's banner?
There it
I'm
is.
not finding it.
Can you see it at all yet? Is it showing up for you, buddy?
I see it.
If not, I'm
Nope.
sending it to you.
It's like, oh, how do you get a nun pregnant? Dress them up as an altar boy.
Oh, I was like, where the fuck is he going with this? Here you go. I just sent it to you in Messenger. So you can see it.
I love how you have the. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh yeah. Now I can make it out. It's just I only saw like one moving with the light, so
I
it's
just
a real
got to tell
fast
you,
shot.
I get so emotional watching this movie. I'll fucking cry because I'm so caught up in what Boris is doing in the scene, the emotions he's conveying. And that's when I said, look, man, I love Bela Lugosi, but Boris Karloff can act circles around that cocksucker.
Yep. True.
I still love the ending of Ed Wood emphasizes that he's still out selling Boris Karloff merch after he's dead.
I'm gonna get that clip. I'm gonna find it right now, and I'm gonna play that clip.
Oh,
Fuck you!
I'm
gonna go find that clip.
That or one of my other favorite lines is like, "This is the most uncomfortable coffin I've ever been in." I love the way he says Eddie in that movie too. Eddie.
Oh yeah, when he's in pain, it's fucking depressing. See if I can find it here.
Home. I have no home. Hunted. Spies. But I will show the world that I can be its master. I will create my own race of people, of atomic supermen, to conquer the world. I love the way he smiles when he says that. Oh man, when they go to the premiere and it's literally nothing but shouting, people throwing popcorn, and then like a kid grabs Vampire's boobs.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then they go out and like people are trying to like jack their car.
In the rain, and the top was down. It's like a fucking swimming pool in the car. Oh my god, that fucking movie. Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
What?
It's blocking me from seeing the video.
Figures.
Might have inappropriate stuff and know where to click to tell it to go ahead and play it.
Fuck you.
Martin, I'm going to give you here, Martin. You fucking share this. Fuck this. It pisses me off. All right, private chat link. This is the exact time. It'll paste. Thank you. There we go. When Boris, he says, you know, my favorite role as he's getting his autograph. Fuck, man, that's a great fucking moment. We'll probably get claimed. I'll have to remove it later. I don't care. That's a fucking great moment. What's exactly the budget of the original estimated 36-day shooting schedule, which is not long. I mean, the average shooting schedule for films today is 10 weeks.
Or if you're Marvel, it's add an additional 3 films for reshoots.
All right, let's go, Martin.
You know which movie of yours I love, Mr. Lugosi? The Invisible Ray. You were great as Karloff's sidekick.
Karloff? Sidekick?
Fuck you! Karloff does not deserve to smell my shit! That limey cocksucker can rot in hell for all I care!
What happened?
How dare that asshole bring up Karloff? You think it takes talent to play Frankenstein? It's all makeup and grunting.
Bella, I agree 100%. Now, Dracula, that's a role that requires talent.
Of course, Dracula.
All right, we don't need to watch him for the best.
It's about the things and the presents.
I love. He doesn't deserve to smell my shit, that limey cocksucker. Like, oh my god, what a great moment in film. I love that movie. Yeah. But that's it, guys. I'm done. Are you done? Are you guys done? Are you ready to stick?
You know
I'm always done
It's
with
midnight.
you, Gary. I'm always done with you, Gary.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that piece of shit movie. First of all, it's got what's her name? Gyllenhaal. Fuck, I fucking can't stand her. And it's got that other chick in it too. Fuck her too. Like, man, she cannot act, and she's just ugly. I got to be honest, she's fucking ugly, and so is Gyllenhaal. They're ugly women, and like, it's like they get rid of one girl who's kind of homely in Batman Begins and replace her with Maggie Gyllenhaal, and I'm
I
like,
hated that.
okay,
Oh
you're
my
not
God, I
going
hated that.
upward, you're going downward in looks. She's even uglier than the previous. It's like, fuck off, man. I cannot stand her. It proves the woke fucking mob always wins over in Hollywood. Yeah, buddy, it's true. Pretty minimal shooting schedule with a low budget. The same writers that did Ed Wood is writing Bella Lugosi biopic. I don't know about that because that movie did not actually tell a real story of Bella. It was a version of Bella. It was not what Bella was really like.
Yeah, for instance, Bella is the one who checked himself in the rehab. Ed Wood didn't.
Ed Wood was not there for that.
Yeah.
So they threw a lot of stuff into that movie. It was a mulligan stew of bullshit. And but it's a fun fucking movie, and I do love it. I love the movie.
I love when he meets Orson Welles. That's one of the best scenes.
Oh, and that scene pissed off D'Onofrio because that's Vincent D'Onofrio, and D'Onofrio had been working on his the Orson Welles voice.
Yeah,
and he thought he did it well. And they go and they get the guy from Pinky and the Brain, who's doing basically a version of Orson Welles in the cartoon. They got him to come in and overdub it. It's just that pissed off. It offended D'Onofrio. He's like, why did I even bother being in that fucking movie?
Why do someone else's
imagine David Prowse. He didn't show his face, and they changed his voice, and they didn't tell him about it.
No, and Lucas kind of said that from the very beginning that he never intended to use Prowse's voice, but didn't tell him.
Told him.
Yeah, he's a peon to Lucas, and that should tell you something about Lucas as a person. That he didn't even consider telling him that, and that he had to go see the fucking movie to find out.
Yeah.
I mean, though, you can see the footage of him actually saying the lines, and it is kind of funny because especially Darth Vader is this. It's like, I want them taken away.
Yeah, well, as Lucas says, I never pictured having a Southern English accent, Surrey accent, which is he's trying to say it's kind of a country accent that he has as Darth Vader. It's never going to happen. I don't know why he thought it was because you didn't tell him.
That would be one thing. I would for anything I'm going to do. If it's going to be you're just there for a thing, and then our person's doing the voice. Like was it recently? Like Psycho Gorman. The actor who did the voice in that is not the same guy who's in the suit, but he knew ahead of time going into it what would be. So the actor in the suit's actually like emphasizing his physicality and his performance. So you can still make an impact.
And I got to tell you, I don't believe that ever happened because Bella and Karloff were actually friends. They were friendly with one another.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. It's to emphasize the fact that he's upset about how Hollywood.
He called his sidekick, and that's funny.
Yeah.
Sidekick. Fuck you. Yeah, I won't see it if DiCaprio's producing. I'm done with DiCaprio, that motherfucker, making a pro Antifa movie.
What? You don't like undermine the nation of your birth, Gary? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Wait, that's another censored word? We can't say that?
Yeah, I won't say
Holy
it.
shit, that sucks.
Yeah, if you go against certain political groups at certain times, Google will just go, yeah, we're not furthering you because you don't fit our agenda.
Exactly. So once again, this show is over. I will let you know, just remember, Keith is always judging you.
Yep.
ECP Keith is always judging you.
Keith is always judging the things you say, especially you, Gambit. I don't judge you. Anima doesn't judge you. Martin kind of judges you.
I only judge your taste when it comes to fucking beaver.
In fact, Gambit, Keith is there right now staring at you. Don't look back, because if you see him, he'll kill you.
Don't look into his eyes.
Don't look in his eyes. You'll make him gay.
No, don't. Not true, not true. Ixnay with the gay talk. So, anyway, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Everybody have a great Saturday. That was fun. All right, man. We'll see you Monday. We're doing Pacific Rim job on Monday. And it's a good film. It was made by Benicio del Toro.
Jesus fucking Christ. I did a search with his last name only.
Okay. Anima, add another like 3 slaps to the slap list.
Dude, I ran out of paper a year ago.
We are out of here. We'll see you guys later. Everybody have a good Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.